fathers at? Why these young boys gunning each other down in the street? Where's all the uncles at? Why these young boys is gunning each other down in the street? Where's all the gangsters at? Where's the OGs at? All you dudes that claim all this OG
Black lives don't matter.
Where's the purpose of talking about how much of an OG, how much of a gangster you are when you cannot stop these babies from killing babies?
That boy is Benny Hannes. Fuck all your chitter chatter. Black lives don't matter. Kill each other for the master. Disappear like abracadabra. They eat, get fatter. The recipe of a disaster. The bullets fly, niggas scatter. Black lives don't matter. Fuck all your chitter chatter. Black lives don't matter. Kill each other for the master. Disappear like abracadabra. They eat, get fatter. The recipe of a disaster. The bullets fly, niggas scatter. Black lives don't matter. Who blicky or choke. Shit don't matter, no parole. I was gang, never gang bang. I was always about to dope. The big homie, he was slow. I was always on the go. They was jealous of the flow. His sis messy, fucking all of the pros. Ho, poor shame to the set. They only fade through sex. Fucking with the big checks. Bitches get faded, give a neck, then move to the next set.
How we got 45 likes and 4 people in the building? They starting already. All right, YouTube. All right, YouTube.
That's why we can't get respect. That's why we live and die dead. Big homies keep letting shit slide. Niggas need chin check. They say when I lie, men lie, but I ain't got no regrets. I ain't never been pressed. Nigga press me, nigga get death. You even fucking with my philosophy or you playing with the rest. All that in between playing both sides shit, get niggas left. Fuck politics, niggas slip around, act funny, I'm direct. Breeding niggas to be less. And settle up even less. All these niggas sound the same. They do the same thing, they a mess. Fuck all your chitter chatter. Black lives don't matter. Kill each other for the master. Disappear like abracadabra. They eat, get fatter. The recipe of a disaster. When bullets fly, niggas scatter. Black lives don't matter. Fuck all your chitter chatter. Black lives don't matter. Kill each other for the master. Disappear like abracadabra. They eat, get fatter. The recipe of a disaster. When bullets fly, niggas scatter. Black lives don't matter. Frustrated, I'm just feeling like castrated when I'm chasing paper. Mass shooters on the black man, and I'm out the hatch always in the paper. Black hatred, I don't trust you niggas, cause my own contract is over, nigga. Black lives don't matter to me, cause my same brother's trying to earth a nigga. Why, nigga? Same struggle that you have, I'm trying to survive, nigga. Please go and use your mind, nigga. If you don't, then you die, nigga. Why you moving like you suicidal or being controlled by a fucking bite? I will move on a fucking right, but I'd rather die than stand beside you. Enslaved, niggas killing just to get paid when the court stay. Enslaved, Gucci and Louis Vuitton, but never got rent paid. What a joke, what the world say. We will collapse like the world trade. Catch a case on cocaine, we contribute to the jail trade. We was never given mercy, black lives never mattered to me. They don't want to see survivor from us. 12 want to put hollows through us. Who am I? Black lives. If I die, then there's no cries. Who are y'all? Black lives. Same niggas killing their own kind. Fuck all your chitter chatter. Black lives don't matter. Kill each other for the master. Disappear like abracadabra. They eat, get fatter. The recipe of a disaster. The bullets fly, niggas scatter. Black lives don't matter. Fuck all your chitter chatter. Black lives don't matter. Kill each other for the master. Disappear like abracadabra. They eat, get fatter. The recipe of a disaster. The bullets fly, niggas scatter. Black lives don't matter.
Peace and blessings to everybody in the building. 313. It's my birthday. Happy birthday to you and many more, family. It's been a little minute. It's been a lot going on. And I know the people been looking for the voice of the people. The real voice of the streets. Yeah, the real voice of the streets. You know, I'm getting sick and tired of, like, so many people is the voice of the streets now. When the streets needed a voice, the only voice there was me. When the streets needed a voice, the only voice there was me. So all you niggas coming along, now you the voice of the streets, stop it, my nigga. Stop it. And I know some people gonna sit up there and say, nah, the nigga hating. No, I'm not hating. I just recognize Digital COINTELPRO. I recognize Digital COINTELPRO. The same way niggas be like, nah, they not watching, niggas are snitching. Nah, they watching. Then they catch the dude, they break the dude and turn him into a rat. What, I gotta say it again? Huh? What, I gotta say it again? See, we gonna cook, huh? In the words of Kilogram, we gonna cook. Can I cook? I'm a cook. I'm gonna cook for you. They watch. They set the trap. Then they break you. Then they make a rat. Then they release that rat back into the street to catch another rat. To catch another rat. And we already know how the story goes. And see, the thing about it is, the same way they got COINTELPRO, or they got people infiltrating us in these streets, you think they not infiltrating on the internet? HASSAN Campbell. Yeah, that's me. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Yeah, that's me. Right. Them niggas that's using that on the internet, oh yeah, they got that from me. Me. That's who. Yeah, I'm coming back cocky, arrogant, with an attitude. Yeah, that's me. See, let me show you how the powers to be work, right? When I came to YouTube, there was people breaking down Planet X, the Nibiru. There was people talking about aliens. There was people, everybody had their own lane. You had, Sanetta had his lane. He had the conscious community. Brothers like Seti. Brothers like Tazariak. You had Brother Polite. You had you had the conscious community. Young Pharaoh had his own lane, cooking. There was nobody like Young Pharaoh. It was Young Pharaoh, right? Umar Johnson always been around trying to get people to give donations, run them donations for the school, right? Doggy Diamonds was doing his interviews. He used to throw shade. Doggy used to throw mad shade. Yeah, I don't gossip. That's Doggy. I don't gossip. I do interviews. You had dusty ass, jealous ass, Gully TV. That was the Gully TV was the dude on YouTube that was seeing the up and coming dudes and automatically just get jealous. Automatically he get jealous. Everybody had their own lane though. You see what I'm saying? Everybody had their own lane. When I came to YouTube, it was just me in my lane going against the grain. I remember with Sanetta, rusty, dusty old ass asked me, HASSAN Campbell, what do you bring to the table? I said that pain, life. I bring life to the table. You know, he laughed at me because he didn't realize that, see, in the conscious community, there's niggas in the street that didn't want to hear that back to Africa shit. Shout out to my all the African brothers and sisters out there. But you can't sell me Africa when I'm from America. This is my land. This land is my land. This land is your, no, that's bullshit. This is my land. This is my house. It's my house. You can't sell me overseas. You can't sell me Africa when my ancestors built this shit in America. You can't sell me Africa when you still in America. So this lane right here that I created, this spot right here, this was my block. This was my corner, my rock. This was my dope. This was my crack. This was my coke. This was my shit. Nobody else was in my lane. I made this shit hot. I made this spot hot. In the process of that, you had all these street dudes, old internet dudes, they bozos. Old them YouTube dudes, they bozos, they clowns. Now every nigga on the block starting a podcast. Everybody wants a podcast. Everybody's on the gram. Do it for the gram. Do it for the gram. Everybody on the gram now. Everybody got some old $1 million worth. Everybody got $1 million worth of game. Everybody got $1 million worth of game now. Funny part about it is these same niggas, they got $1 million worth of game, ain't got $1 million worth of conversation for their mother and kids. These niggas want to school the world, but ain't even raising their kids. You see the difference? Yeah. But, you know, it's funny. So now on this internet, you know, because every time Hassan Campbell opened up his mouth, I shook the internet. I had the internet shaking. So then they had the digital COINTELPRO, or they had the agents reach out to me. We already knew Tekashi 6ix9ine was a rat. He was a government informant. He reaches out to me. Academics reaches out to me. WAC 100 reaches out to me. All of the agents. Remember, one of the recordings that I leaked on WAC 100, remember when I put the audio out with WAC 100 talking about how he was giving guns to the Bloods in the Crips for them to kill each other? Did y'all forget that? Y'all didn't hear that? But Hassan Campbell, every track that they set, I overstepped that shit. I was nice. Right? Nice. The first dude on the internet to call Jay Prince out and violate Jay Prince when he told New Yorkers to go get Shorty chain back that got robbed for his chain and got yacked. Told New Yorkers to go get the chain back. Shout out to Hocus 4/5. Somehow he made it happen. He got that chain back. Flew out there to Jay Prince. Jay Prince didn't do nothing for Hocus. After Hocus did something that was honorable, that shouldn't have been done. Hassan Campbell constantly shaking up the internet. As he followed me, I'm going somewhere with this, right? I'm constantly shaking up the internet. So now, what do they do on the internet? Now they started creating more Hassan Campbells. One I helped create. One I helped on this YouTube stage, doing videos with Timbo, Charlston White. See, what y'all got to understand is, right, when the machine doesn't sponsor your war and the machine doesn't rock with you, they will not allow you in any Rock Nation events. Charleston White gets on the internet and disrespects the Jewish community. And they still putting them on Jewish radio stations. Take the what? Y'all got to learn how to recognize an industry plant from a revolutionary. Everything that Charleston White told you he was, he showed y'all the opposite. Y'all sat up there and let this snake oil salesman tell you that he was helping the kids, liberating the kids, when y'all ain't never, ever seen him with one kid. Y'all just like, some of y'all just like that female that don't know how to date a man. Let him in the house, cook him a good meal, mollywop his meat, give him some good head. 2 days later, he done robbed your bank account, stole your pocketbook, and he out to the next chick. This is what y'all do. When y'all meet, y'all don't like, I swear, some of y'all, my people, y'all like children. I don't even know how y'all lead your own life. Y'all like children. So they create the industry plants. So now Hassan Campbell is not unique anymore. He's not unique anymore. You got Umar Johnson. Umar, the nigga that told me, first of all, I came out in 2015 on Africa Bambaataa and been going hard for 9 years dealing with this topic. Before there was a P-Diddy, there was an Africa Bambaataa. And see, Umar Johnson, right? And Jaguar, right? Because she another one. Justin Bieber has never, you know the little white boy? The little white boy, Justin Bieber, has never asked your black ass for help. He's never came out and said Diddy did anything to him. Justin Bieber has never came out and said Diddy did anything to him. So explain to me where and how you got black ass Umar Johnson and Jaguar Wright and the rest of the nigga community sitting up there talking about what he did to Justin Bieber and Usher. You have never ever heard Usher one time say that Diddy did anything to him illegal. Not one time. But you got HASSAN Campbell that came out and told y'all that African Bambaataa has violated the urban community and all of the children in there. Umar Johnson, you had the audacity to tell me that I was full of shit because of me going back and forth with Gilly when his son Cheese passed away. Never disrespected Cheese. I said that it's a door filled with sacrifice. The same message that Wallow and Gilly was pushing. The same message that that Drink Champs Nori was pushing. The same message that Tekashi 6ix9ine told you. That there's a door and the game is rigged. Right? But Umar Johnson, you said out of your mouth that you don't deal with child victims. That's not your area. I needed to go see a psychiatrist. But now your bitch ass, Umar Johnson, your bitch ass, you all over the nigga section of YouTube, all over different platforms, dealing with celebrity gossip, and you dealing with child victim shit. Some shit that you told me that you don't deal with. I need to go get counseling elsewhere. But now you see popularity. You see couches, you see checks, and now you interested in the pain that black people go through? That's why I will never trust you, my nigga. I will never rock with you, my nigga, because you are so full of shit. You had 9 years to reach out to me, Umar Johnson, and say, yo, HASSAN Campbell, I got your back. How could I help you? How could we assist you? And then had the audacity to speak on my situation because mentally I broke down. When I first seen this Cassie situation, that was the best thing that ever happened to me. Getting shot in Bronx River was the best thing that ever happened to me because it made me strong. Right? I'm looking at the Cassie situation, seeing how she went so viral. No matter the fact she's been in a relationship with Diddy for 10, 15 years. The courts had her back. The people had her back. Still had her back. When she was in a relationship, grown. I was a child that got violated by a grown man that had an army with him. One of the strongest armies in the first family of hip hop, coming from one of the strongest projects. Before there was O Block, there was Bronx River. Before there was O Block, there was Bronx River. We talking about Africa Bambaataa, the dude that took every gang in New York City and converted them into his own gang, the Zulu Nation. See, some of y'all don't know the history, but nevertheless, I made a decision to take a stand. I told my story, not for me, but to help other people. Because the man was continuously doing the same thing. And I couldn't get nobody to stand by me. Jaguar Wright. Justin Bieber didn't ask your black ass for any help. He didn't ask you to be the voice of a story that he never told. But you talking about Jay-Z and everybody else. We don't see Jay-Z victims. We don't see Jaguar Wright standing next to a victim of Jay-Z. We don't see Jaguar Wright standing next to a victim of Diddy. What we do see is this lying bitch all over the internet, all over the video, all over the radio. Are y'all ready for this? See, my mind, it goes deep. I can see shit. Jaguar right? Why nobody ain't sue me? Why nobody ain't sue you? Because you digital COINTELPRO. You's an industry plant. That's why they didn't sue you yet. But I'm going to tell y'all how this is going to play out, right? But before I get there, like I said, Jaguar right. You never once, you supposed to be going against the gatekeepers of the industry. Not one time did you mention Africa Bambaataa, Jaguar right? How you skip over Africa Bambaataa, Jaguar right? How you act like he don't exist? How you gonna act like the gatekeeper, the one who started hip hop? How you act like you don't see him? Something just, but you fighting for a cause, right? Who sent you? So now, ask yourself a question, people, right? I want you to ask yourself a question. How the hell did Jaguar right end up on CNN? How did Jaguar right end up on CNN? Why would they put Jaguar right, a known liar? Case in point, let me give you an example. Again, because I was the first one to say this shit, and I'm going to point it out again because niggas take my shit, go to other platforms, then they run with my shit. Jaguar right told y'all that Jay-Z had Big L murdered. The nappy-headed bitch lied. The bitch lied. Big L was murdered by his own friends. They had an internal beef over the block, over greed, over nigga shit. And because of that, they started killing each other off, body for body, back and forth between those friends. The hood knows this. Jaguar right gets her funky, nasty black ass on the internet and tells y'all some shit. Who the fuck is Jaguar right to tell y'all? Who the fuck is Jaguar right to tell y'all that Will Smith was having sex with his son? Allegedly. Did she see this? No, she didn't see this. Did Will Smith's son ever come to the internet and say that? No, he didn't. Did Willow, I rock my head back and forth, I rock my... Willow Smith, did she ever come to the internet and say this to any of us? No, they didn't. But I'm going to tell you what this bitch is doing, right? See, y'all got to understand something. YouTube is already cutting back on all of the big platforms. Well, not all of them. The urban section. They hitting Adam 22. Act numbers are starting to fall off. They hitting No Jumper. The urban section is being erased. There's a reason for that. But see, Jaguar right, y'all got to understand something, right? When you can spot an industry plant a mile away, first and foremost, you've never seen me on the news. You've never seen me on Hot 97. Those platforms act like they don't see me. Now, I'm going to give you an example. Mano has Kitchen Talk on YouTube. That shit was trash. It was trash. Nobody watched that shit. So now, in order to get him hot, he ends up on the radio with Angela Yee. He used the cheat code because don't nobody care about Mano. Don't nobody want to watch Mano. He used other people to get him hot. We already been through that. The radio does not reach out to you when you are considered an enemy to the industry. You are blackballed, blacklisted. So when you start seeing niggas like Charlston White on the radio, Rock Nation, when you start seeing niggas like Jaguar right on the radio, Vlad TV is not the industry. Vlad TV is independent. No Jumper is not the industry. No Jumper is independent. Academics is somewhat of the industry, but Spotify laid his ass off, so now he's back to YouTube, independent, but Academics is still a big dog. Don't get it messed up. Who works for the industry. Don't get it twisted. See, Jaguar right with the, yo, Why nobody ain't sue me? What y'all don't understand is that they are going to sue Jaguar Wright. Remember I said this. But they're not going to sue her broke ass. No, they're not going to sue her. What they're going to do is they're going to sue YouTube for the slander. They're going to sue YouTube for the slander. And when they sue YouTube for the slander, you know what's going to happen? YouTube is going to come down hard on all of the platforms that deal with celebrity gossip. Y'all don't see the plan? The last plate to eat off of is YouTube. The last plate. This is the last supper, my nigga. Everybody's numbers are being affected right now. We all know I got more people in the building than this 2,600 that they're showing right now. We already know that. But they don't want y'all to see how many people is actually in the building. So they're going to play with the numbers. All right, cool. But this is the last supper. All of the top executives in the music industry has stepped down. Rappers are being laid off in the music industry. Like 5-Year Foreign. Niggas is getting, allegedly, he got kicked off the label. Niggas is getting kicked off the label. People are stepping down because the music industry is over. So now the streets been broke. Niggas in the streets of New York is broke. The only ones getting money is the scammers. So now everybody is running Instagram, Facebook, throwing up reels. Everybody's coming to YouTube because this is the last supper. Now you think that the FBI and the powers to be is going to let all of y'all be successful podcasters? I want y'all to understand something, right? I want y'all to understand something. In the days of Rome, in the Roman Empire, I done said this to y'all 1,000 times. Niggas started stealing my shit all over the internet. Stealing, using my shit, but won't say where they got it from. In the days of Rome, when the politicians was getting greedy and passing laws to keep us mentally enslaved, they gave us the gladiators, the clashing of the swords. So while the politicians were politicking, they kept us distracted with stupidity. So now today, in today's time, we're looking at P-Diddy. I'm going to use him for an example. We're looking at P-Diddy. This situation that we're dealing with right now is so deadly and so diabolical because when you look at P-Diddy, he has the cheat sheet to destroy damn near every celebrity. Let me ask y'all a question. Do you think for a simple second that this industry is going to allow the greatest weapon that's ever been formed against the people, especially black people, is black celebrities? The greatest weapon that's ever been formed against black people has been black celebrities. Look at Mano. Running around with that door knocker chain at 50 years old. Keep showing you that he could come back to the hood, but won't teach you how to get out. Look at Jim Jones running around looking like he got $1 million worth of jewelry on in the hood with a bunch of security around him. Who in their right mind come and hang out, and every time you see him hanging out, he gotta have 30 niggas around him? That's not normal. That's digital COINTELPRO. Remember, the main objective is to make it out of the hood, not to show the hood that you could come back. Why would you have to prove to the hood that you could come somewhere that you was raised at, that you lived your whole life? So when you finally make it out, you come back with bodyguards. You come back with bodyguards. But you don't show the people how to make it out of the hellfire. You jump back into the hellfire to prove a point. At 50 years old, y'all don't see why I come at the greatest weapon that was ever formed against us? Y'all don't get it? Big Daddy Kane didn't last to be 50 in a rap game. We stopped seeing Big Daddy Kane about 25 years ago. We stopped seeing and hearing from Rakim unless it's at a show about 25 years ago. We stopped hearing from LL Cool J damn near about 25 years ago. But 20 years later, we still seeing Mano and Jim Jones? Are you not entertained? Y'all don't see the digital COINTELPRO? Because you got to understand, to look at a nigga at 50 years old, mimicking what those niggas is mimicking, is like keeping you backwards. We just seen a storm, a perfect storm, a perfect storm. We just seen a perfect storm just hit America in the South. This storm was so perfect that it just so happened to wipe out all the towns that's around the lithium mines. You know, lithium is what they use to make batteries. And America is moving towards getting away from gasoline to using battery operated cars. And this storm, let me tell you about Mother Nature. Mother Nature is diabolical. Mother Nature is so wicked that Mother Nature decided that she was going to do man a favor. Now I'm going to go off course. I'm going to increase in power. I'm going to hit land with so much power that I break up concrete streets. When the fuck y'all ever seen a storm do some shit like that? When the fuck have y'all ever seen a storm do some shit like that? Hello? Break up concrete. Turn concrete streets into rubble where you can't even drive through. Break bridges. When have you ever seen hurricanes come through and break bridges all through the South so you can't even drive and maneuver through? So being that now we know we living in the era and the day and the time where you got minds that know how to seed the clouds to make it rain and clear it out. And make it rain and clear it out. We got weather machines. Where is the military minds to develop these aircrafts? Where they at? These niggas is still trying to sell y'all on niggas that's in jail. Melly. Niggas is trying to sell y'all on Treyway. And shout out to these brothers. Niggas is still trying to sell y'all the Pistol Pete story at 50. Niggas is still trying to sell you the hood mentality while the people that runs the earth, that rules the earth, where's our Bill Gates at? Where's our Dr. Fauci at? We don't need another RICO Act. We don't need another Pistol Pete. We don't need another Rod Diggs. We need answers. We need doctors, our doctors, that's going to sit up there and tell us, don't take that because there's something in that that's not going to work for you. We need our own doctors. We need our own scientists. We need our own truck drivers. Not them hiring us to drive their trucks to deliver us some shit that's going to have your stomach hurting. Not them hiring us to drive some shit in our neighborhood that's going to have your stomach hurting. That's going to have you with diabetes, heart disease, lung failure, kidney failure. What are you kidding me? We own nothing. They own everything. And then we have our kids not respecting the bus driver. The bus driver go through hell. Shout out to all the bus drivers out there that's getting our children to school, from school. Shout out to all the transit workers out there that's getting us to work, from work. You know, the plantation, the new plantation, so that we can feed our family. and got to go through hell on those trains and buses. They can't even feel safe getting us to and from. Shout out to the correction officers that's not whipping out the inmates, but sitting up there recognizing that we all we got. And some of us is doing that bit together. Shout out to the cool correction officers. Shout out to those police officers that's catching those predators out there that's touching them little kids and locking them up. Shout out to those police officers that's out there and making a difference in the black community. And sometimes making a difference, yeah, that means you got to come lock, even if you locking HASSAN Campbell up, because I done oops upside my wife's head, because I wasn't man enough to walk away. And the family be so scared of a nigga, instead of the family getting rid of the nigga, because no, we got to mind our business. And we understand that. The police is the one that's knocking on the door, pulling the nigga out off that girl's ass, because he wasn't man enough to walk away. When he get angry, he uses his hand. Shout out to the police officers that's making a difference in this world. Shout out to the truck drivers that got to travel state to state to feed their family. And half them goddamn truck drivers is losing their wives because their wives can't take the fact that they traveling, trying to make a difference. Their wives is cheating on them. See, what the world don't need is another old ass nigga coming from jail talking about he ain't tell on nobody. Don't nobody give a fuck if you ain't tell on nobody. If you ain't come home to redemption, if you didn't come home to fix what you broke in these streets, we don't need you, my nigga. The world don't need another gangster. The world don't need another rapper unless you gonna use your voice for the people. Because outside of that, what are we talking about? What are we talking about? If your voice ain't gonna spark the brain of the next revolutionary, then 9 times out of 10, your voice is gonna spark the brain of the next real nigga. We don't need another real nigga. Because the real niggas don't never do no real shit. When it's time to do some real shit, they don't never do no real shit. Nope. They just sit back in the cut. When our kids is dying in the street, y'all niggas don't turn up. Y'all sitting up there talking about, that was fucked up. But I'm saying the nigga better not play with me though. If that was my kid though. Nah, we don't need y'all. We don't need y'all. Oh, y'all always outside, right? I'm outside. So you mean to tell me you was outside with little Mike, shot little Ray? You was outside for that. And your old ass didn't do nothing? You gonna tell me you was outside in front of the corner store where everybody dies at? And your old bout it, it's your bout it, fool. Your old ass ain't do nothing. You didn't do nothing. So if your old ass, you know, you was running the jails, you was controlling the phones, ain't a nickel bag in the hood, and not a nickel bag in the yard was sold without you, but you home now. You the shot caller. You OG Bobby Johnson. And you can't stop the crime in the hood. The fuck do we need you for? What do we need you for? Huh? What do we need you for? How that song go? What have you done for me lately? Dun, dun, dun. What have you done for us lately? You came home with your chest stuck out and you think that's a badge of honor? Nigga, get the fuck out of my face. We don't need you. We don't need you. You set the whole table up, whole table set up. Nigga come to your table and eat. Get up, burp, fart, and walk away. Ain't even take his plate to the garbage. We don't need you. We don't need you. We don't need the image of 50-year-old fake-ass gangsters no more. We don't need that. We need something that these kids could look up to. A lot of these kids don't respect the janitor. They don't respect the motherfucking sanitation worker. You know the nigga that's getting in the elevator in Bronx River? mopping in Webster and Edenwald projects and Jackson and Melrose, Cortland Ave, in those buildings, mopping the piss out the elevator. Gotta smell the piss, step in the piss, get the mop wringer, get the mop. Remember my slogan, get the mop? Put the mop in a bucket, clean it, so that when your mama come home from work, she can come in the elevator, step in her house, without the piss being on the bottom of her feet. See, the kids don't respect that. You know what they gave us? They gave us Future. Now all our kids is Molly heads. Gave us Young Jeezy. Little nigga, the nigga told you to trap or die. See, I was the first nigga on the internet challenging all these niggas. And niggas seen my energy. Seen the realness. It started mimicking and duplicating. Yo, I swear to God, I got sick and tired of the internet. I didn't even want to come back on the internet. You know why I didn't want to come back on this motherfucker? It's because I'm looking at all the mini-me's. And everybody that's going live has a Hassan Campbell title. What will Hassan Campbell say? What will his next move be? And they all doing it. So now when I feel like I'm coming to YouTube all late, whenever I feel like getting there, and y'all all got my titles. You got niggas dressed like me, sunglasses like me, hats like me, got my shirts like me. Niggas is even wearing my olive green, my army fatigues. When the fuck have you seen? When have you ever seen Dr. Umar Johnson wearing army fatigues? When the fuck have you ever seen Dr. Umar Johnson, punk ass? We talking about Dr. Umar. Now all of a sudden, the niggas wearing army fatigues? I could go, like, we got Dr. Umar Johnson. When the fuck have you ever seen Dr. Umar Johnson dressed down doing interviews looking like me on Matt Hoffa's platform with the army fatigues? Are you kidding me? 10 toes down. Would you please stop dressing like me, my nigga? I look, niggas sending me clips, look at this clown. Now you wearing my olive green, my nigga? Now you wearing my olive green, my nigga? Y'all are totally robbing me for my identity, and it stinks. It's too many niggas mimicking me. But you know what? I should be proud of myself. It's just disgusting because y'all ain't got no realness with y'all. Y'all niggas is nasty work. Digital COINTELPRO. Little boys can't look up to the grown men because they seeing little boys like Lil Wayne. The junkie. How my son said, because you got your lean in your cup, and my son was right. He had his lean in his cup, Lil Wayne. All these little niggas got the hood. Yo, never in my life have I seen so many junkies. Never in my life have I seen so many people dying from taking pills. This is what these rappers did. The worst thing, the nigga Nas said it back in the days. Somehow the rap game remind me of the crack game. You know why? Because the music was powerful. Until 50 Cent came and crushed every New York rapper. And crushed the whole movement. See, they tell you the interview, right? Remember, y'all see the little clip where Jay-Z said, he told Rock Nation, or rather the Rockefeller, 50 Cent is coming. 50 Cent is coming. Y'all better get y'all shit out before 50 Cent come. You know why? Because they knew, Jay-Z knew, that 50 Cent was going to be the death of New York hip-hop. And it's never been the same. The only reason why we got hip-hop back a little bit was because of Cardi B and Nicki Minaj. Cardi B and Nicki Minaj, and they was government plants. Especially Cardi B. Maybe not so much, but then again, yeah, Nicki was too. Yeah, Nicki was too. And then the streets, see the streets? That drill movement, Pop Smoke, he was bringing New York back like you ain't never seen. And then what did they do? They used those California niggas. See, California is tied into the streets. The Illuminati in California is also tied into those gang sets. So Pop Smoke didn't realize this. He didn't have a chance. The Illuminati is tied into California gangs. So, and they pulled over there strong. Pop Smoke didn't have a chance. But K-Flock and D-Thing, see that little nigga K-Flock, he was special. And regardless of what, Mama Flock, I'm hard because we got to be hard on each other so that we don't make the same mistakes. But your son was special. Even though he was a killer, so was Hassan Campbell too. I've been to jail for multiple murders. I wasn't no angel, but I was still a good boy inside, lost. I had to find my way. I pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that K-Flock, he finds his way. But look at him. That rising star had to survive an energy. We were supposed to been clean up that energy in the streets of New York. We were supposed to been clean up the energy. Why do we got to survive each other in these streets? Why do we got to keep surviving each other in these streets in these last days of America? In these last days of America. You know, I remember a time, Bronx River has always been at odds with each other, the different buildings in Bronx River. But when somebody came inside Bronx River that didn't live there, we formed Voltron. Right now in America, we at odds with each other, Bloods, Crips, this gang, that gang. But the crazy part about it is, we got these border jumpers coming in, committing crimes in our house, on our wives, on our children, and we not doing nothing to protect them. Nothing to protect them. We got brothers being executed on death row, crying out innocent. Even the district attorney saying, I don't believe this man is guilty anymore. But we got these politicians pulling the plug on him. Turned that Muslim brother TV off. Sent him to the afterlife. Didn't give him a glorious death. We got people in America who's buried in mudslides. Do you know what it's like? You got military people that's over in Israel, over in all these different countries. They fighting a war that don't belong to us. And they calling the American government and asking, can they come home to find their buried children? That's all through the South. The earth has opened up and swallowed our people. While y'all talking about Diddy, the earth has opened up and swallowed women, children that is nowhere to be found. And the numbers, they can't tell you the numbers because they can't find the bodies. They can't find the bodies. They can't find the bodies. These niggas are so diabolical. They so diabolical that they put a curfew on an earthquake. They put a curfew on a hurricane. How the fuck do you put a curfew on somebody that got hit with a hurricane? The earth opened up during a hurricane and swallowed people. Swallowed people. Why are we all not there with the search and rescue? Every man, every woman, every child should have a shovel. We're not even thinking about them people. Not even realizing that we next. Evil has a plan. Evil has a script. Evil has turned us into a movie in America. These are the last days of America. See, Malcolm X, when he died, he was going to the United Nations to claim who we were, to claim our land, who we are, to give back. The first step that Malcolm X did was he gave back the name of Christopher Columbus and the colonizers. He gave that name back because he knew that that was a contract, a spell. When we used that name, we gave up the rights to our land. Are you not entertained? All of this Diddy shit, the Diddy distraction. Yeah, I know. I put look at my date. I was the first one that put that in my title. Before you seen the Doggy Diamonds actually put that shit in his title. Damn, niggas won't stop stealing from a nigga. But anyway, there's so much real shit going on. There's so much real shit going on. Y'all niggas think it's a game. How the ports closed down. And just like that, they open it back up. Y'all got to read in between the lines. The reason why the ports is closing down like that, and people are going on a shopping spree for Doomsday, because we are living in Doomsday. The poles is shifting. The earth is talking. You got rains that's flooding people away. You're living in the biblical signs of the times where you actually seen Noah's Ark. When you turn to Instagram or you look on some of these platforms, because some of y'all looking in the opposite direction, when you really, really look at the world for what the world is right now, and you look, you could actually see that we are living in the signs of the times. When Noah built the ark, he told people that the storm was coming. What I got to say this to y'all again? Noah told us that the storm was coming. The same way Channel 2 News tells you there's an earthquake coming. There's a tsunami coming. There's a storm coming. There's a hurricane coming, right? The news don't tell us for weeks and weeks at a time. If I plan a vacation 2 weeks from now, they got equipment that tells you whether it's going to rain when I get to Puerto Rico, whether it's going to rain when I get to the Dominican Republic. If the Bible told you that, you wouldn't believe it. Man wrote that. Well, man is predicting shit that God ain't predicting right now. You going to tell me man got more power than God? Y'all not watching? Noah built the ark because somebody told Noah that there was going to be floods. So he prepared. Now everything in our gut and our dreams and our life is telling us to get prepared for something just ain't right. Something just ain't right. Are you not entertained? You're not getting prepared? You know why? Because we sitting up there trying to floss on each other. We got to be fly. We got to stay fresh to death. The only reason why I'm still dressing is because I'm in front of this camera. Because outside of that, y'all ain't nothing but a bunch of beautiful bums. I can't understand for the life of me why so many black women is showing their ass on Instagram, Facebook. You could get a nigga to fuck, but you can't get him to raise his kid. Oh, you could get a nigga to fuck, but you can't get him to raise his kid. You should be ashamed of showing your ass on Facebook and Instagram because you got a nigga to fuck, but he won't go to open school night. You got a nigga to fuck, but he won't help the kid with his homework. You got a nigga to fuck, but he won't even come to your child's birthday party. And you still advertising your ass on the Instagram. Wondering why we in trouble. Wondering why we in trouble. Little nigga got to go to school. Or little girl got to go to school. To look at somebody to look up to. Because her mama ain't shit. She just got a pretty face and a smile. That girl is poison. Huh? Poison. 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 When my daughters look up at their mother, they see a woman. You bitches need to get your shit together. Because we can't afford to let any more of our sons end up in the penitentiary. And we can't have any more of our daughters looking for love in the wrong places. Why do the little girls, the good girls, like bad boys? The little girls, the good girls, like bad boys because they want to be protected. Their mother didn't protect them from the evil uncle that was creeping in the night. The mother didn't protect them from the fucked up stepdad. Nah, the mother didn't protect them. So when they start ending up in the streets with them bad boys, you know, shorty protecting her. but he had to go to jail. Now she got to raise her child and make sure the stepdad don't do the same thing that happened to her. We cursed on the earth calling ourselves real niggas and bad bitches while doomsday is approaching. While doomsday is approaching. And see, I'm going to tell y'all something, right? One thing I learned from these wicked storms that kind of have a mind of their own, these storms just be doing all types of shit. Like somebody, yo, these storms feel like somebody got a video game. They got the remote controller. Hold up. Yeah, see these storms? Somebody got a remote control. They got a remote control. Yeah, let's go over here to O Block. Smash. Yeah, let's go over here. Let's go over here to Coney Island. Smash. Yeah. Storms is going off course. And somehow these storms is doing the work of these wicked scientists. Somehow. These storms is doing exactly, and it's crazy because even in these storms is a blessing because some of these places that got tore down is sundown towns where they catch you after dark and you going up in the tree night. But now I'm seeing black people joining with white people with shovels, bottles of waters, generators. There's people that's up under the earth that got swallowed by this earth. Y'all still talking about Diddy? Did he do it? We already know Diddy did all types of ugly shit. We already know that even if Diddy is found not guilty, he guilty of so much other shit that they didn't catch him for. So why the fuck do we give a fuck about Diddy? Now all of a sudden the nigga going viral because he got Tupac's speech. You know what Tupac said, that he gonna come together and he's gonna form a third party to vote? You know, that's one of the reasons why Tupac got murdered. When he said that he was going to bring together his own party, when he was merging East Coast and West Coast, and he was going to bring back all the old school rappers because he had the spotlight on him. And somehow he ended up in the back of the car with Suge Knight, or in the car with Suge Knight, and got his noodles knocked all over the place in a car that was supposed to be bulletproof. Whatever. It's time to wake up, people. You can't serve two masters. And see, I want y'all to understand something, right? I can't really say what I want to say. Shout out to my Patreon. I promise you my Patreon is about to be lit. Shout out to everybody that's on my Patreon. If y'all support me, please support me on patreon.com, Hassan Campbell. That's where y'all need to be, because I can't say what I want to say, because there's people that's watching me that's going to mass flag me, run to YouTube, the YouTube cops. Oh, he said this goes against the guidelines. No, I got to watch what I say, because in these last days of America, you know what they keep telling us? They keep telling us, don't worry, because after this vote right here, you ain't going to have to vote again. I'm going to show y'all how many of these politicians are saying this. We already know that we're going towards a new world order. We already know in a new world order, once those laws kick into effect, you're not going to have freedom of speech. If you say anything that goes against the guidelines, they will shut down your bank account and you will not have access to your money or your work. You in the last days of freedom. You're still not even free to speak. Your mom's done got her TV turned off because she done took their NyQuil. Your mom's got her snot box rocked, but you can't come to the internet and say that. Oh, they turned my mom's TV off because she took the NyQuil. You know you can't say that. And now AI is learning our slang. So you can't even speak in code anymore? It's over. It's over. I don't need the devil's piss to turn up. I had me a nice cup of tea. That tea is gone. It is what it is. In the words of Dane Calloway, I just came here to make you think. There's a lot going on in this world. And see, the thing about it is, I'm afraid. Because united we stand, divided we fall. We are divided. We are divided. And we can't win without each other. We can't win without each other. See, the thing about it is, you got mothers and fathers that's still in the household together raising their kids. But the energy that's in the streets is so strong. The streets got a gravitational pull that's pulling your children to evil. The streets got a gravitational pull and it's pulling your children to evil. We have to create that village again. And see, one thing I'm starting to realize even more and more now, when they turn these machines on and they start seeding the clouds and these hurricanes come through, these floods come through, these tsunamis come through, these earthquakes come through. Wait until the big earthquake happens. Y'all haven't seen nothing yet. Y'all haven't seen nothing yet. Somebody is going through doomsday. Somebody is dealing with the apocalypse right now. And while somebody is actually living through prophecies right now, going through the apocalypse right now, there's the people going to the club as if nothing is happening. Turning up. Turn down for what? Lean with it. Rock with it. If I take one more drink, I'm going to end up with you, shorty. They don't give a damn about our pain, our struggle. If we don't care about us, why should they care about us? They not. This is the last call for alcohol. See, it's like Spartacus. I like using that so y'all can look back, and sometimes you got to visualize what a nigga trying to say. When Spartacus and Gannicus and Christus was talking, and they realized that they was going to war with Crisis, and then they realized the other dude was coming. They didn't want to get caught in between two armies. Black people, we are caught in between a rock and a hard place. We all we got, but we don't got each other. We are all we got, but we ain't got each other. At some point in time, that got to change. Drake, Drizzy, Haas went to those Diddy parties free of charge. Yeah. Sure. Ha, ha, ha. Ha, ha, ha. And you put a whole $2 in to say that. Ha, ha, ha. As if we really, really think something is funny about Diddy parties. As if we really, really think something is funny about these situations like that. Real men don't laugh at shit like that because it's not funny. Will you and Hoffa ever going to squash your beef? If me and Math Hoffa ever squashed our beef, how could it ever be the same? How could it ever be the same? He tried to destroy how I feed my family. He violated me by putting my enemy on his platform. Then when I rebutted the shit that he had to say about me, he tried to turn me into a child molester to ruin my credibility. Why would I want to be friends with somebody like that? And he did that so that he can get to his millions of subscribers. Never apologized. And he did that because he just wanted that plaque. But see, the crazy part about it is, with that plaque, he got the plaque, but he ain't getting the views that come along with it. Earl Willer, government has started to come in tyranny against its own people. Hassan, thank you for the years of update. Peace. Thank you, Earl. Appreciate you. Thank you for sponsoring this war. Shaking my head. He did that for nothing. Of course he did it for nothing. He did it for absolutely nothing. He did it to be recognized by the industry. Of course he did. My friends don't kick it with my enemies. I don't tell niggas who they can be friends with or who they can't be friends with. But what I do know is that when Math Hoffa wasn't in my presence, I defended him. Math Hoffa is one of the reasons why I fell out with Charlston White. Math Hoffa is one of the reasons because I stood on business, being real. All Math had to do was giving me a heads up. I can't tell him who to have on his platform. Yo, this nigga came on my platform with Benny. He didn't even give me a heads up. And then when I said something about it, because you let the nigga talk about me, I don't let people talk about my friends in my face. You can't talk about my friends in my face. Nah, we don't do that. You say whatever you want to say, but not in my face. He let that happen. So what is there to talk about? What is there to talk about? Nigga called me the dirty section. Like, are you kidding me? Yeah, I know I inspired a lot of people in the dirty. I know I inspired. See, Math Hoffa never inspired anybody to come to YouTube. He came along and stole Drink Champ's whole ideology, whole movement. Me, I came through a one-man army, self-made. I didn't have to get next to nobody. No interviews with celebrities. Self-made. I done turned niggas into household names. Are you not entertained? Yeah, I created the dirty section. I sure enough did. Yeah, I absolutely created the dirty section with the help of Queen's Flip. With the help of Queen's Flip. Queen's Flip played the part in it too. Shout out to Queen's Flip. What you think about Candace Owens finding out Kamala's not black? It ain't nothing but a distraction. We already knew she wasn't black. The problem is that we keep sitting up there saying that she's not black, but we're not black neither. And when we keep calling ourselves black, we are casting a spell on ourselves. We are not black. So Candace Owens, shout out to Candace Owens because I love Candace Owens. I love her work. I love what she's doing. I love her personality. I love her personality. I love Candace Owens. But we're not black neither. We are not black neither. And regardless to whether she got melanin in her skin color or not, we are not part of the same movement. Kamala Harris has already committed treason against our people through the court system. Kamala Harris has committed treason through the court system on our people. But scratch all that, right? Because we ain't got to go in the past. We are in America right now where people have been swallowed up by this earth. And you gave the illegals, people who broke into our country, billions of dollars has been spent on them. But you only got $750 to the people that got swallowed up in the earth, that got drowned in the river, that had landslides with boulders and trees fall on their house. They could only get $750. But you done gave deposits and loans for border jumpers, illegals, to put down payments on new houses. But the old houses that was destroyed next to lakes, next to rivers. You know how much it costs to live next to those rivers and lakes like that? These people had nice houses. They got $750. America has committed treason on its own people. America has turned its back on its own people. And even Americans has sat back and watched our own people suffer while we still planning our events for the weekend. As if what's going on in America is not our concern. But see, the thing about it is, every land Every city, every town is going to get a taste of this wrath. Because when we turned our backs on God, he allowed the devil to spank us. As a people, we have turned our backs on the laws of God, the laws of the universe, the laws of the land. We turned our backs on the laws of humanity. And when you do that, the earth is going to talk to you. Even if man has to put us through hell, man is worse than the devil. Oh, I know you don't believe in the devil, but man is worse than the devil. That's why they create nuclear weapons. You really, really, really think that the elite, the powers to be, is going to let your niggly vote come into office and vote them out of nuclear bombs? You think that your vote is going to let them or let you be in a position where you can control Fauci and the shit that he's cooking up in them evil labs? Huh? Do you think that your vote is going to have any effect on all the land that belongs to us as a people that Bill Gates is buying up? Do you think that they're ever going to give us back the patents and the rights to the seeds that they took out of the fruits that you eat? Huh? Somebody spends billions of dollars to keep us sick. Let me ask you a question. Press 1 in the chat, in the comment section, if you haven't been feeling good lately. You don't know what's wrong with you, but you just ain't been feeling good. Dizzy spells, can't sleep at night, high blood pressure. Huh? So many people ain't feeling good, but still got to get up and go to work. Got to help the kids with their homework. Barely have enough time for your family. Even when you spend time with your family, you still not really feeling the family energy because you don't have the energy. Always tired, even after you woke up. Where do you think this shit coming from? In the future, in order for you to feel good, everything is going to come in a pill. In the future, in order for you to feel good, everything is going to come in a pill. See, they tell you shit in the movies. In the future, in order for you to live longer, you're going to have to spend money to keep your clock ticking. Because in the future, if you don't work to make money, to buy time on this earth, there is going to be somebody that's going to press a button. Boop. Boop. And when they press that button, your time is going to expire. Boop. And you're going to drop. You don't see. Huh? Yes, they tell you in the movies where this world is going. They tell you in the movies. You are on a countdown to Armageddon. You are on a countdown to alien invasions. You are on a countdown to starvations. You are on a countdown to a snowstorm that's going to be the biggest snowstorm that you have ever seen. You are on a countdown to an asteroid hitting this earth. You are on a countdown to nuclear war. You are on a countdown to meet your maker. The day that you was born, you were sentenced to death. And see, in this life, No matter what you accumulate in your homes, in your bank account, you can't take it with you when you die. When you stand in front of your maker, the only thing that you're going to take with you is your book of deeds. And see, it's amazing. See, in this life, when you do something wrong, you go to Facebook jail. In the afterlife, when you do something wrong, you're going to meet your maker. And that hellfire that they told you didn't exist. Oh, you told. See, life is a test. I know they told you that the hellfire don't exist. But everything in life proves that the hellfire does exist. Because every time you do something you ain't got no business doing, you get a taste of hell on earth, righteous man. Hood Maps LLC. Shout out from Strong Beach, CA. Totally off topic. What's the backstory of you being on the cover of Midnight Marauders? And I got a free hood map for you, G. Midnight Marauders is Tribe Called Quest's album. If you look at the back, do something for you real quick. Tribe Called Quest album, Midnight Marauders, images. So now, people ask this question. If you look at the album, Midnight Marauders, what do you see there? And this is just one side of Midnight Marauders, right? What you see is about 100 people on both sides of the album. I used to be Zulu Nation. Tribe Called Quest is Zulu Nation. So Zulu members participated on the album covers of our Zulu brothers, which was Tribe Called Quest. So being that I was raised, now you got to keep in mind, right? What year did Midnight Marauders Tribe Called Quest album come out? That was in 93 that it came out. Now, mind you, the album and preparations for the albums came out years before. So the photo shoot, the day of the photo shoot might have been in 92, 91. That just shows you that I was actually part of the Zulu Nation in the early 90s. And Africa Bambaataa was the reason that I was on that album, because he was on that album and the Zulu Nation was on the album. So that's where that comes from, showing that I was part of the first family of hip hop. The first family of hip hop. David Barnes, good to see you. And Five Guard together, deadly combination together. Keep your foot on their necks. Thank you, family. Thank you for sponsoring this war. No, I was not born in 1971. Thank you. I am not that old. But yeah. How's your eyes are puffy? Go get your blood pressure checked. My blood pressure is sky high right now. I got to get back on my cucumbers and back on my own fruits and vegetables. My eyes, I haven't been sleeping. I haven't been getting no sleep. So now I got to start taking me medicine so that I can get me some sleep. Daughter of the Most High, I smell me revolutionary war. We on a spiritual war. We are on a spiritual war. We are on a physical war. We are on a mental war. We are on a financial war. We are on a digital cyber war. We got a war on every front. So we have to be at our best. We have to make sure that we are on our best behavior and in our best conditions that we can be with what they're giving us. Stop being distracted by Diddy. Diddy don't give a fuck about you. Jay-Z didn't give a fuck about you. None of the black celebrities don't give a fuck about you. I'm going to say this again. The best weapon, the biggest weapon, the most dangerous, deadliest weapon that has ever been formed against us is the black celebrity. It's simple. And at some point in time, y'all going to have to wake up and smell the coffee. It is what it is, man. But it's time for me to make my prayer, get myself together. And y'all stay tuned because I'm going to go live again. Y'all hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that subscribe button, and pay attention to your circle before they hurt you. Make sure y'all subscribed to my Snotbox TV because I'm going to be posting a lot on Snotbox TV. I'm out.